I test drove the 2025 Kia K4 GT Line Turbo. Here's the real verdict. Kia's K4 compact sedan may not be the quickest car on the block, but it makes up for it in looks and driving fun. A small bundle of fun. You don't need me to tell you that Kia and Hyundai's design departments have been on fire for the past few years. Automotive writers have waxed poetic about the Korean automaker's attractive cars since the Ioniq actually started looking good. One of the cars that strongly benefits from this treatment is the Kia K4, which recently made headlines thanks to its upcoming hatchback/wagon variant. I recently got a week with the sedan version of the K4, and let me tell you, this is one fun little guy. That design though, I'll start with the obvious, the K4's looks. One of the most distinctive elements of its design is its lights, which embody a broody, cyberpunk aesthetic. Both the headlights and taillights are united by a center line, which houses the rear-view camera in the back, giving the car a symmetrical, futuristic kind of look. The lights also extend downward at the corners, which is really unique and looks tremendous, especially in the dark. It basically looks like a TIE fighter from both ends, and even though I've heard some complaints about the way the rear lights look with that treatment, it makes the K4 stand out from the regular traffic on your 9 to 5 commute. Then there's the overall roofline of the car, which is somewhere between regular sedan and fastback/hatchback. That's further accentuated by the rear door handle, which is located on the C-pillar, like a Hyundai Veloster. That body style makes the K4 looks a little longer than it actually is, which I don't see as a negative. What I did think was a negative is that given the sloping roofline past the C-pillar, rear outward visibility is very compromised. While that isn't a deal-breaker thanks for the multi-angle rear-view camera, it's still mildly annoying if you just want to peek at the car behind you while in motion. Even the rear license plate holder and reflectors are housed within blacked-out accent panels that show the designer's attention to detail. Kia has thankfully realized that such aesthetic touches would be wasted with a strictly monochrome palette, and have blessed the K4 with a lovely assortment of colors in all but the base trim. Apart from the $395 current red and free of charge deep sea blue, the K4 offers a unique greenish gray color dubbed morning haze. It took me a bit to get accustomed to it, but once I did, I found it to be a very attractive shade. The GT Line Turbo I reviewed, which is the top of the line trim, sits on some beautifully intricate 18 alloy wheels with more right angles than a modern mansion that really tie the exterior together. A cabin to match. Step inside, and the positives continue. While the lower trims come in a rather dull gray and black cloth trim, the middle-of-the-road EX adds a rather unique green and black cloth trim into the mix. The GT Line and GT Line Turbo unlock access to faux leather Syntex interior trims in both black and white and black and red color combos. The downside? Some of the combinations are exclusive to certain exterior colors. The black and red Syntex interior, for example, is only available on the uninspired monochrome exterior colors, which is a huge downside. Being able to opt for wacky combos like the Morning Haze paint and black and red Syntex interior would have made for some outstanding personalization options. You can't even combine the current red paint with the black and red interior, which makes even less sense. Look past the limited color combos, and you're left with a cabin that's actually a very pleasant place to be. The front bucket seats hug you perfectly and are very comfortable with plenty of legroom. Ditto for the back seats as well. The steering wheel carries the same color combo of the interior and sports a flatter top and bottom for that extra sporty look. Want to feel a bit like you're in a Mercedes-Benz? You can opt for the $2,200 technology package, which adds interior ambient lighting, ventilated front seats, and all of the safety features you'd expect like forward collision avoidance assist, highway driving assist, blind spot collision avoidance assist, park distance warning, parking collision avoidance assist, surround view monitor, and blind spot view monitor. Enough technology to do everything you need. Beyond the steering wheel are a 12.3-inch infotainment screen and an equally sized digital cluster. That cluster can display digital or physical gauges, depending on your taste, and their theme also changes depending on your drive mode. Kia opted for an interesting way of handling the HVAC controls, which I haven't seen on another car yet. While the mode, fan control, and temperature control switches have also been extracted to physical piano keys below the infotainment screen, There is a separate 5-inch screen between the cluster hashtag and the infotainment that acts as a digital way to control the HVAC as well. It's extremely intuitive and a great way to ensure those controls don't intrude into the other screen's real estate. There is even the option to expand the menu onto the infotainment screen if you need more precise adjustments. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on all trim levels, but the GT Line and GT Line Turbo get a few extra touches that the others don't. Heated, power-adjustable side view mirrors with LED turn signals, a 10-way power-adjustable driver's seat W/2-way power lumbar adjustment, and heated front seats are just a few of those additions, while the GT Line Turbo gets exclusive rear AIC vents, a sunroof with power sunshade, alloy sport pedals, an 8-speaker Harman Kardon premium audio system, small cube LED projection headlights, and LED fog lights, among others. Head to Kia's website for a full comparison of the 5 trim standard and optional equipment. Oh, and speaking about audio system, it's pretty good and gets pretty loud with no distortion, but I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about. It's not fast, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. All Kia K4 trims, save for the GT Line Turbo, use a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine, making 147 horsepower and 132 lb-ft of torque through an intelligent variable transmission (IVD). The turbo model drops the displacement to 1.6 liters, but brings the output up to 190 horsepower and 195 lb-ft of torque and switches the IVT for an 8-speed automatic transmission. Those aren't impressive numbers by any stretch, but it's the way the K4 behaves that makes them seem like more than what they really are. Its rowdy exhaust note, tight steering, and little body roll gives it the feel of a sports car with a lot more power under the hood. Turn it to sport mode, and the little 4-cylinder holds revs for a little longer than usual, ensuring you can immediately get back into the power band if needed. It's not fast, but it's not supposed to be. It's just fun to toss around and listen to the growl-wise soundtrack fling you through corners. You even get paddle shifters if that's more your speed. Want to use the K4 as a daily driver? There's nothing stopping you from doing that. It's a compact Kia after all. Its storage space isn't cavernous, at only 14.6 cubic feet, but its MPG of 26 city, 36 highway, and 29 combined make it efficient enough for commuter duties. Final thoughts. So, what does something like this cost? The base LX trim starts at $21,990, while the top-of-the-line GT Line Turbo starts at $28,090. As equipped with the technology package and all fees, the GT Line Turbo I drove was $31,445. So for under $32,000, you get a snappy, compact car with attractive looks and equally as snazzy interior, a peppy, not fast, powertrain, and good enough fuel mileage and storage to use as a daily driver. That's not a bad deal, but for $30,170, if dealership markups don't exist, you can get a similarly sized Hyundai Elantra N-Line with a similar turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission that makes 201 horsepower. It even has better mileage, at 28 city, 35 highway, and 31 combined. It doesn't look anywhere near as futuristic and different as the K4 does, so if looks are as important to you as they are for me, I'd fork over the extra $1,275 for the Kia K4 any day. Kia knocked it out of the park with this little compact looker, and I'm beyond excited to get my hands on the hatchback/wagon variant when it hits the market.